Hey everybody, how are we doing? Hello, 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 colloquially hello. Uncolloquially, hello, hi everybody, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, hello, hi, hello everybody, hi, how is everybody doing? How are we all? How is everybody? Purpley Spark, hello Purples. Purples is in chat, hello Purples. Purpley Purples, a purple hello to the purple lady. How is the Purples today? Is everybody alright? What would be really, really funny is if my mic was muted during all that and you didn't hear all the waffling that I was just doing. Right, so we need to get light down here. We have lady here. Woohoo! There we go. See if we can get this somewhere close. Doing good, and unfortunately you heard everything. You heard me say hello to Purples. I mean, that's cool. That's kind. I'm super kind, you know. I am really kind. I'm really kind because I say things like hello to Purples. You're building more new. Oh, what Moonstone? Okay, so what? Explain Moonstone to me. What is Moonstone? What's the setting? What's the game? Is it skirm? I'm guessing it's a skirmish. What did you have to do? We're gonna have a look at your photos when we've got more people in chat. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what it was like. What's the game? Sell it to me. Because the models look cool. The models are very varied. They don't look cohesive. Is that the right word? Like They look very individual. There we go. They look very individual. Look how cool she looks. How cool does she look? She looks awesome. We do need to sort out the base though. The base is very, it's very sand orientated look. So it's just got sand stuck everywhere, which looks terrible. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some of this fine concrete stuff that I have from other places and use it to kind of highlight areas, which should be quite fun. Okay, so it's a skirmish game where to goal is to grab moonstones from the ground. That's the D4s you'll see in the pictures. And in order to win the game, you need to have the most moonstones at the end of the 4 rounds. So you wander around a map picking up, like mining for moonstones. Do you have to like roll to see how many you find or something? Is it that kind of thing? And then obviously fighting ensues during the mining process, I'm guessing. Very cool. Very cool. The number of dice tells you how far you have to dig. How far you have to dig. The number on the dice. And how do you get... Do you get the number on the dice just you roll it at the beginning of the game and you kind of place it and how many different spots are there? Oh, let's go and have a look at the pictures actually. Let's do that. That would be yeah. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Gaming night, there it is. Discord. Even more fun, you drop the dice at the beginning of the game. You drop the dice? Oh wow, what's the tape for? So you just drop the dice and wherever it lands, that's how many moonstones are on that particular spot. So there's 4 moonstones here. I don't know, the tape was there when we arrived. It looks like it was an AOS deployment map zone thing, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, no, not 4 oh, that's the depth. So you need to dig 4 times. Okay, so you can get one thing down every time. Okay, cool. So every time you dig, and these are your. Do you have 4? This is your 4. Where's the opponent? There we go. There's the opponent. So the goal is to get. We played 4v4, and there's 3 moonstone sites. Do you just drop them from like any old height and they just go doingy doingy doingy, bouncy bouncy, and wherever they land, that's where the moonstones are? And used 5 moonstones. There's 5? Oh, has he got one already? And you've got one already. So have you achieved 2? You've dug up 2 there, and he's dug up however many that is, 2. I grabbed one already, and he got 1 too. Gotcha. Ah, very cool. So it's fantasy, lots of magic. And here are your peoples. So you've got Angerboda, who's an undead zombie, undead ice zombie by the looks of it. You've got Negroli, who looks like a regular armored dead zombie thing. A zombie archer and a donkey. What? You've got a donkey, a risen cleric soldier, summoner's helping hand. Combat and magic are super fun. Angerboda is an undead frost giant. Angerboda is an undead frost giant. He does look pretty big. Frostbite. If this character deals impact melee damage, increase the damage dealt by 2. If at least one friendly model was slain, melee damage dealt by this character cannot be reduced by passive abilities. This character suffers piercing or slicing damage. Reduce the damage suffered by 1. So it's resistant to piercing or slashing. Flip the arcane card. If the card is an X, restore X plus 1 wounds. And then target suffers X magical damage and gains slow until the end of the turn. Catastrophe. This character restores 1 wound. The target restores 2 wounds. Signature move on a sweeping cut. Base 40 mil. Base 30 mil. Base 40 mil. Base 30 mil. Grey Mayor's head is actually not a donkey. It's just the only head he found when he was risen. What? Oh, is it sewn on? Oh my god. So he's a soldier cleric who didn't have a head when he was awoken, therefore stitched a donkey head on. that's nuts. That's nuts. Wow. Okay. And is this the only one you've got? I can't remember whether in here you've put more pickies. Oh, look how cool the Wretched are. These are really funky. I like these a lot. They're really cool. Did you put... I'm sure you had other stuff in here. Oh. A little demon person. Added 2 more psychopomps. Waiting for a base to dry. That's teeny tiny. Teeny tiny doing teeny tiny things. Oh my word. Is that Moonstone as well? Basically for combat, close combat, you have a deck of cards. You get X cards based on your melee stat, and the opponent gets the same, and you choose the card you want to play. The opponent does 2, then you turn the card and get the result that's on the card. Victor and Marley. Okay. But it was good fun. You liked it. Are you going to play again? Is it a campaign thing, or is it just like a one-off, pick a warband and go and play kind of thing? For Magus, you have a second deck, the Arcane deck, where there are 3 colours, blue, green and pink, and your skills tell you what colour and what effect. But you can decide to buff. If your buff gets called, you lose and can get a catastrophe. If your opponent has a catastrophe card in their hand, it's really fun. There's a campaign mode. Nice. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. We just played a one-shot yesterday. I think I'll play some more games before seeing about a campaign. And it looks like your gaming club stuff area has lots of different play groups kind of thing. Is this did you play a guy who you'd played in Necromunda or something, or is this a completely different set of players? Is this Saxdus? Yeah. Nope, completely different. Nice. So you're just being awesome and like mingling with all sorts of different groups now. You've come a long way from like, I don't want to go down to the game store and play games. I don't want to meet anybody. And now you're going down and you're just like, yeah, I'll play this, I'll play that, I'll play that. Hey, does anybody else want a game? Let's play this, let's play that. Let's do 40k, let's do Kill Team, yay! It's awesome. It's awesome. Nicely done, well done. Well done. Well done. Right, so I need to and all that started with Necromunda, didn't it? All that was like, oh, go on then, I'll play some Necromunda because you've made it sound so cool. And people say I'm not an influencer. I mean, nobody says that, but... What did you influence recently? Well, actually, I influenced Purpley Spark to go and play lots of tabletop games because I said Necromunda was so good. You definitely influenced me. Meeting? No! Who am I going to talk to if you go? If you go in a meeting, who am I going to talk to? I'm going to have to put some music on. I'm going to have to put some music on, aren't I? I might. There we go. I would say I might put some headphones on, but do you have a nice cup of tea? What do you think before you go in your meeting? What do you think to Severina? What do you think to Severina? What do you think to Severina? She's looking pretty cool. She looks so darn cool. We got all these bits like sticking out and stuff. What's missing from the base? Definitely need to get some of that concrete on. We're going to use that concrete almost as highlight, which should be quite good. So we're going to drop like some glue. drop some glue around here and then sprinkle some of that concrete dust on, and like use it in here, because that's what I mean. What's that? That's nothing. That's terrible. It's really, really bad. So. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Right, so we need some trim. We need that to be gold. Or we need it to be white actually, because that's white. So maybe we do it white, or at least silver. So trim that. Yeah. Okay. So we need some Wazdaka red, because Wazdaka red is the cold red that we used on the cloak, along with corn red. So I'm getting a little bit of corn red out onto the palette of wetness, and then add a drop of Wazdaka for a halfway mix, and then pure Wazdaka for the final highlight. There we go. What's that? Why has this got a big block of plastic in it? Go. So I have on the way very kindly, hey, it's a Tobes, hello Tobes, I have the City Fight book on the way, which is going to be really, really cool. So I've got that coming. I've also got the Imperial Guard Codex, so the old 5th edition Imperial Guard Codex, which is always nice to have, because the 5th edition stuff, like if you want lore and history and stories and things, 5th edition is probably where you want to go. You said you were finishing her yesterday. That was false. That was flagrant false av. I said I would. Yeah, no, I did say I was going to finish her. I said let's finish. Yeah, I did. But we did get lots done yesterday on her, and now we're doing even more. And she's looking stellar. She is, in all honesty, looking stellar, so should be all good. As long as people don't point out that I said that I was going to finish her yesterday, we should be alright. How is the Toby Tobes doing? How was your... was it Old World? It was Old World, wasn't it? How was your Old World tournament at the weekend? Awesome to see you've done another one. That's really cool. There we go. Try and keep that textured. Did you respond? I did, yeah. I can't remember what I said now. But I said something very funny and then asked you... said it was really cool that you were doing another tournament or event, and asked you how that went. Who's that? Rusty, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. Came 9th out of 10, so I didn't even get wooden spoon. Yeah, like where you finish is irrelevant though, unless you're competitively trying to win it. Where you finish is irrelevant. I couldn't give two hoots where I finish in tournaments anymore. Events. Got to stop calling them tournaments. Nice one, dude.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Am I not on? Am I not on? Okay. How you doing, Target?
Yeah, but we can always build more killbots.
We could indeed always build more killbots. We could always build more killbots, couldn't we? The fact your user picture isn't a picture of Dale Gribble will never not disappoint me. How was your stream, Rusty? What were you working on? Riposte, I was playing some Wrestling Empire. I'm now the #1 tag team wrestle boy in Japan. Wow! I was playing some Wrestling Empire. One person raid over here on YouTube. Hey Slave, how you doing? So we've got the two different colour reds. We've got the cloth red here, and then the armour red there. So this is a cold red, that's a warm red. Doing good, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Yeah. Had an awesome evening yesterday on Pantheon. We're going to do a video on Pantheon later about mana regen. I've got a video that I need to finish editing for Warhammer YouTube. Need to get that done. And I've got custard creams. So yeah, we're all good. She's pretty awesome, isn't she? The Necron Warrior is doing a bronze gold machine parts black base. The Necron. Wait, what? I got Necron Warriors doing a bronze gold machine parts black base. The Necron's green glows. Black shoulder chest. And the second layer is a fresh, in this case, rotten flesh. No, oh, nice one. Sounding good.
What's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester.
It's a Whisk. Hello, Whisk. How are you? Hello, the Whisk. Hello, the Whisk. The Whisk, the Whisk, the Whisk is in chat. So it should kind of just tie everything in, nice easy. Nice easy highlights just to show and add a little bit of texture. Show what's going on. We could get the purple out as well and kind of do this a little bit on that. But I don't think it needs it. I don't think it needs it. What are you doing today, Whisk? And why that's bright red in there? Just got some stencils in the mail though, so I can tackle Harlequin vehicles. Nice! Which 10 stencils did you get? I can't remember which ones I've got. I think I got diamond ones, but I can't remember what the company was. The only diamond stencils I could find were from... Oh, really? Oh, I got them from somewhere different than that. Hang on. Hang on. Although it's not really helpful if I find the things. Yeah, I can't remember. They were over in America. I had to have them shipped over from America. I remember that. I've got them somewhere. That's going to be good though. That is going to be cool. I have... Let's just find these. Where are they? So I have got... these on the way, which is going to be really, really cool. I remember being recommended an American company too, I forget their name, but I couldn't find their stencils anywhere. Nearby LGS. Ah, nice. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember the company I've. I'm not sure where they are either. I think they're next door because I've got a Harlequin box next door with some stuff in. So I think they're in there. Right. I definitely want to. Oh dear, it's so. The base is such a mass. Yeah, right, okay, so what I'm going to do... Oh, where's that gone? Oh, did I put it there? It's there, there it is. I found it. Don't panic, I've got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the cement from these bases to kind of highlight these ones. So I'm just going to try it on one bit. I'm going to be quite careful because this is really dusty. It's really dusty and I don't want to get too much kind of dust everywhere, but I think it could be quite good. So all I want to do, just to try it, I'm going to put a little bit of a highlight here and here with some glue, like that, and then also here, and then hopefully that'll be. I'm thinking this might give like a bit of highlight and then also soften the, because it just looks like sand, like it's clearly sand. It's not like dirt or dust or anything like that. It's clearly just sand, because like this bit here is the annoying one, because that's clearly sand that's just being dripped on. But this is really fine because I've smashed it all up, so that's really fine. So if I knock that off now, that might, let that dry, that might just kind of help lift the bases a little bit. This stuff's fantastic. I'm a big fan of this. So what vehicles have you got for your Harlequins? What vehicles have you? Right, what does that? Yeah, I think that does look. This has the potential to look far better, I think. So I might have the idea of like creating the base like this, because this is all like airbrushed and then sponged and then washed, but I want to do like some pigment washes and also this concrete dust on it as well. I think that will really help. I think it will really help. However, look what I've got coming next week. Super exciting. Super exciting. I've got the old 5th edition Imperial Card Codex, which is perfect because 5th edition. Yo, Sinister, how you doing? You got the Combat Patrol, so it's got 2 Sky Weavers, a Star Weaver, and a Void Weaver. Bloody hell. That's cool. That's cool. And then 1 troop. So yeah, 5th edition codexes. If you ever have an army that you're interested in and want more lore information and stuff, get 5th edition codexes. They're brilliant. So I've got this book coming. I've got this book coming, which I'm dead excited about because it's got some really cool stuff inside it. Some missions and lots of kind of terrain stuff and things. And then also, it's not just these two. The guy has very kindly. So this is someone from Blue Sky who replied to my post on Blue Sky. He's very kindly sending me Cities of Death as well. So we've not only got City Fight, but we've also got Cities of Death, which is city fighting in the 41st millennium. Now I think this is like a later version of City Fight, because this is 5th ed, isn't it? So I think this might be like 7th, maybe, like late 6th, 7th ed. It should be really cool. So I've got all sorts of interesting stuff to talk about in here for this, and then we've got the Imperial Guard Codex and the City Fight Codex as well. 6th edition, you're pretty sure. Perfect. So this is probably 6th ed then. That's perfect. That's cool. It's good to know. Cheers, Sinister. Yeah, this is going to be brilliant. Codex Imperial Guard and then Codex City Fight as well. And then this colour scheme is what we're going to try and incorporate, use, whatever you want to say, for the Imperial Guard. So that's going to look fab. I'm really looking forward to doing this. I'm going to absolutely nail down a technique and how to do all of this. And looking at... The reason why I wanted this is I wanted it in hand so I could kind of look at how this camo has been done, because you've got like it's basically Night Lord's blue, isn't it? So it's Night Lord's blue with some darker bits and then some lighter bits on the camo that's been put on top. So should be able to do all this and make it look good. Now there's a trick to camo, because camo is obviously supposed to break up edges and make everything look like muddy and messy. And you don't want that on miniatures, so we're gonna have to do some tricks and focus on like certain areas. Like you can't just do the whole thing camo because it will just look a mess. So that's gonna be really fun to do. I'm looking forward to that. So they should arrive next week, which is great. You've got all the books somewhere, but that was 2 moves ago. So who knows where? No words, Sinister. Yeah. So that's gonna be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. And that should help with all of this. I've also got the Rough Riders as well, haven't I? I've got the Rough Riders, which I converted into Cadian ones as well. So that should be really quite fun to investigate as well at some point. How are you doing, Sinister? Are you having a good day? Are you having a good day? I hope so, dude. Hope so. Hope you're having a great day. It is movie night tonight, isn't it? So it's movie night tonight. We're watching... Shit, what are we watching tonight? Wolves, that's it. It's Wolves. Wolves tonight, which is a Brad Pitt, George Clooney one, after the hilariously fun Bullet Train that we watched, 2 weeks ago now, because I had a birthday meal last week. The snow is kind of bumming me out. Oh no! No bumming out for snow. Why is it bumming you out? Just because like Sweden snow is a lot. Ah. Because it's cold. Snow sucks. We might have snow here over the weekend. It was -3 last night. Welcome back, Purples. Welcome back to the Purples. Snow is the best weather. All other weather is massively inferior. Massively inferior. All other weather is massively inferior. True fact. Objective fact. Spoken like a true southerner. A true southerner is whiskey a southerner. Except I am not a southerner. The further north you live, the less excited you are by snow. Not at all. I have never met anyone from the sunny south who likes snow. They all start shivering at about 16 degrees. Oh dear. You're all funny. You're all funny. You're all brilliant, but you're all funny. Right, is this drying? Come on, hurry up and dry. I need to see what that... I think it is going to look better, isn't it? Just by the way of the fineness of the sand, it's going to look better. And it's also going to... lift the brightness of the base as well and stop it being quite so gunky and just like all flat. I've got skulls in here as well that I've got to paint. Basically the whole thing just needs breaking up, which is tricky because a rubble base is that colour because it's all rubble, and it's all rubble from the same thing, so everything's going to be the same colour. But it doesn't work on a base, you have to kind of break it up a little bit on the base. So the sandbags kind of want to be a different colour. I don't know whether to make the sandbags blue. Should I make all the sandbags this kind of like baby blue? As if they've... No, they don't need to be baby blue, do they? Not my experience. Evidence, my current colleagues in Barcelona are freezing in 13 degrees C weather. The further north you live, Sinister. I'd love to know Sinister's kind of colour theory ideas for the base, actually. Which I think just needs. I think it just needs a bit more painting, to be honest, because like there's got a lot of stuff just like thrown at it, and not a lot of like detail. I think that's a big thing. But then equally, this is the interesting bit. Right. Let's do some black again, shall we? My wet palette always ends up having black on it. Always ends up having black on it. Can't get enough. Matte black on my wet palette. Always a matte black on there. Okay, so not black. We need to start using that off grey, don't we? Where's that black grey? There we go. Might mix a tiny bit of black into that. Verdigris. I mean, I have started putting like rust and everything on it, so. But yes, that is a good call. Now, one rule that I've done in my Imperial Guard is that there are no metallics in my Imperial Guard. So none of this is metallics. So all of this is like, if you look at a rifle doesn't look metallic. It's like a really matte, dark grey that you can see the kind of shiny edges for. So there's no metallics in my Imperial Guard. Therefore, all of this sort of stuff Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. Just had some delivery come, but I don't know what it is. So we've got this dark grey, which we're kind of breaking up all the metals with carefully. Leaving the rust in the recesses. So yeah, we need better rust, don't we? We need more strong. Like that's just like mucky rust. It's not really a strong saturated rust. We need to get a stronger rust on here, which we can easily do. She's very cool though. Right, let's get some rust going. I'd never even considered that, Sinister. Never even considered that. Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. So yeah, that's That's what I want to... that's what I wanted to do. It's like this here, so that is like... the same kind of principle, that it's just like black. And it's got a bit of shine on the edge where it's been caught. Manaringo, how you doing? Manaringo, how you doing? Manaringo, how you doing? How you doing, Manaringo? Manaringo, do 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 do. Manaringo, do 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 do. Manaringo, do 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 do. Manaringo. Mana doobie doo 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 doo. Mana doobie doo doo doo. Sorry, Mannerings. Hey, how you doing, Mannerings? Right. So, get all the metal parts painted. And now we can start adding rust. Is the back painted yet? Pretty much. There's not a lot on her back. Okay, so to break up all of this base, we're going to get some scrag brown, and then also we're going to get some orange. I'm going to use a nice rich orange. There's scrag brown. It's a really good rust, and let's use hot orange. Is that? No, that's a bit too red. Where's the orange? Orange red. There we go. Those two. Let's use those two. Perfect. What do you think, Manaringo? Manaringo. Look what I've got coming next week, Manaringo. Exciting! It's exciting! Just setting up some peripheral upgrades, so tech shenanigans, nice. Unless we're talking parade boots, I could never get my parade boots shiny enough to please my CO. Yes, now, yes. Hang on, 1 second, 1 second. I'm going to go and grab the rest of my Imperial Guard. 1 sec. well, not the rest of, but some of the rest of my Imperial Guard. Let's turn that off. But yes, Manneringo, I've got City Fight and Codex Imperial Guard coming, as well as Cities of Death, which I'm dead excited about. It's going to be really, really cool. Right, so my Imperial Guard, like this, are all on these little cool bases. Got bloody loads of them. Bloody loads of them. They all look really cool. So yeah, they all look really cool. They're all really funky. That one was supposed to have a flamer. I don't know what's happened with that one. So yeah, now these don't look like Sinister. Correct me if I'm wrong. These don't look like the shiny kind of boots. These look like, well, I don't know, like almost like galoshes kind of thing. Almost like, I don't know what you'd call them, but they don't look like they've got shiny toe caps. So it's all right to kind of like dust all of this up, because I want to kind of put some pigment powders on all this and then just dust everything up. But this is what I mean about look good apart from being Cadians. Are you not a Cadian fan? Bloody love the Cadians. I think the Cadians are fantastic. So I've got loads, look. So this is a squad. This is a squad I've done. And this is the kind of thing that I tried. I don't think has anybody actually seen any of these. I don't think anybody in stream has actually seen all my Imperial Guard. Right, let's remove these ones out of the way. Because what I did, is my but I've got all the cool ones. Like I've even got that guy. So we got that guy that's going to be like Cadianed up and everything. Like they're all going to look really cool in City Fight makeup sort of thing. It's going to be brilliant. Who's that? What's happened to her head? Why is her head so weird? That's odd. Her head's too high. I've messed that one up. I might have to take her head off. That's weird. But yeah, I tried to add as many bayonets as I could as well. Right, let me show you because. Hey, how are you doing, Shirato? At work, but need to find some time to check out the 1.01. Oh, they've dropped some new rules. Retired, how are you doing? Check this out, dude. So we're just going to go through and have a look at all my Imperial Guard, because I'm fucking dead excited by it all. But this is where she's at the moment. We're just about to go through and do loads of rust and patina and everything on the base to try to add some variety, because it's very, very dull. It's all very monotone at the moment, because it was just an airbrush, a little bit of sponging, and then an oil wash over everything, which is what I've done for all the other models as well. But I want to kind of break it up, so we're breaking it up with a bit of kind of rust and stuff. Yeah, she's pretty spectacular. I think she's looking awesome. I think she's looking really, really cool. I like her. But Twitch chat have not seen all my Imperial Guard, because A, I did them ages ago, and B, I never did them on stream, and C, I never showed them on stream once I'd done them either. Now the idea was that every unit was going to be individual. So this unit is the one that all have these little hats on. So they all have the little, I don't even know what the hats are called. But this entire, I mean, how cool do these look? They're absolutely brilliant. I absolutely raved about the scale of all of these when they came out, because they haven't got massive guns. Everything's tiny, and it's still like scaled up a little bit. I mean, that gun and the barrel is still like the size of his head, but in the context of Warhammer 40,000, everything was tiny. I fucking loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, I did all of these. Look. So this is the unit. This one's got a plasma gunner. So this is the unit that has all the caps on there. How many is that? I think it should be every bag should have 10 in there. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm missing one. I am missing one. So I think this is the one that didn't have a sergeant in it. Yeah. So these are all ones with caps. I couldn't think that. See, this is the thing. And I'd love to kind of like have the conversation and everything about it. Like, this is the thing that I didn't quite have a reason for. I just really like the aesthetic of making each unit individual, and I did that a lot by doing the heads, because all the heads have really kind of unique things. So this is the unit that all have caps, and then I also, because at the time, and I think you can still do it now. Let's put all those, and I just have like, I've just got little baggies for them all, so they all just go back in there, and it was one bag per infantry unit, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 bags, so that's 60 infantry, plus a handful which aren't in a bag. So I've got like 70, 80 infantry. Which is great, and I'm going to do that Special Forces unit, which is really cool. And the Special Forces unit, I think, is where I'm going to be able to kind of like mix all of these up and have like different hats and stuff. I do need to get some more I-beam and angle iron plastic card. So that's one. And then I also did, and I really like these. These look, I think these look really good. Did a tidy job on mold lines. I hate mold lines, dude. I can't stand it if there's a mold line on a unit, on a model. Right. So this is really cool. I'm really proud of these ones. So these are the new. Was it Krieg? It was Krieg, wasn't it? When the new Krieg came out, they had really cool special rules. So you could have a unit of Krieg that had a medic in there that basically meant that the unit would survive a little bit more. But I've never really liked like the gas mask with the big gas mask pipe coming out and going into a box. So and this took ages. These took ages. So I've done Cadian Krieg, which I think have worked out really, really well. They took a long time because you had to carve out. Oh, what's that one? Why is he in there? That's interesting. Why is he in there? Because that's Acadian. So like, look at that. It took ages because you had to carve out and then drill a space for the heads to go, cover up some little bits as well, carve out some other things. But basically, you end up with this. I don't know what that site is. That site's terrible. Who put that on there, Chris? That's really bad. Doesn't look anything like a site. Wow. Okay, I need to correct that. So yeah, they're my Cadian Krieg, which I think look great. There's a multi-melter dude. And they've all got the Cadian. They've all got the Cadian hats on and everything. They do look a little bit messy actually, but they should paint up all right. I did these ones very, very quickly, and I think some of the mold lines are still on this one. These ones still need cleaning up. There's a really cool one. Look at him. He's fab. So yeah, so that's my Krieg one. Again, just a little. I don't know why he's in there. I'm going to leave him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he hasn't got a backpack on. 10. Okay. So I don't know why he was in there. That's weird. But he is very, very cool. Look at him. He's very cool. So that's my Krieg ones. And then I've got things like, what's this one? These ones haven't got heads. These ones haven't got heads, so I'm guessing I was waiting to find out what these ones were going to do. Oh yeah, these ones haven't even been built properly, look. But yeah, they're just so fun. They're so fun. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, that's 10 as well. That's crazy. That's crazy cool. I like that being that wide. Like the other ones all kind of like turned in and narrow. I'm not sure I like all this being really roughly done. I'm going to have to kind of come in and just clean all that up, bits like that. But yeah, so right, let's put this one away, and I'll get out some more. Just want to show you a handful so you can kind of see where I was going with them. But does that make sense? I mean, I know it's not oh, what's the word? Military accurate, I would have thought. I wouldn't have thought like a unit having all one hat would be military accurate. However, I did quite like that idea. I mean, he's so cool. I think that one's Strachan, isn't it? And then, of course, I've got the Ogryn. The Ogryn in my City Fight army, because I never really liked the Ogryn. The Ogryn in my City Fight army are, of course, the mech suits. So I've got 3 of the mech suits, which is really cool. He's got his medals on his front as well, which is awesome. Depends on the regimental customs. Oh, really, Sinister? Is that a gun barrel on top of a rifle? Yes, it is. It's really embarrassing. I don't know why I did that. And then there's the other one as well. And that one's firing as well. Look, I wanted to get some of the. I think these are what I got the firing blast explosions for my Imperial Guard, because I wanted them really like, because they were quite muted in colour scheme and everything, and I wanted to add the bump from all that lot. Oh, retired! That's super kind. What was that for, retired? Thank you so much. Thank you, dude. What was that for? Thank you very much. That's incredibly kind of you. So, in fact, I might actually use that to get a Chimera, so I can do my Chimera Rust conversion for YouTube. Right, what's that one? That's that. That one we've looked at. So what's this one? This one. Doing the good work, stubborn bastards. Hey SP. Right, so these ones are just regular. They've just got regular heads by the looks of it. But they're so like interesting and emotive. Look, like the heads are so cool, and you can do some really cool stuff with them all. God, I did get a lot of glue around these. I don't know whether I built these quickly or something. This was when I was trying to start like figuring out how much blue I wanted on them. He's angry. There is. Actually, I've just remembered that. There is one Genestealer cult head. In all the models, there's one Genestealer cult head. I've forgotten about that. You know how I do those little Easter eggs? Like when I need, like when they're my Tomb Kings, I put a Necron head in the middle of all my Tomb Kings. I've got one Gene Stealer cult head in these. Oh, here are the. Oh, hang on. Right, let me put all this back in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a whole squad. So I am accurate on squads at the moment. There was just that one that somehow got in one of the squad bags. Check out the. Oh, and I've got these as well. Got these guys as well, which are really cool. So they're going to be really good fun to drop in. But then I've also got and then the Kazakin came out. So I did the Kazakin. The Kazakin are really fun. And then I've got, because Games Workshop sent the Commissars as well. So I've got the Commissars and the Castellan. Don't know why they haven't got heads. So I've got these as well. But I really enjoyed doing these bases. Trying to kind of do the urban city fight bases. Like that's where I've done so many of them. Rawr! He's quite cool. Again, his head's really high. His head needs to be lower in the neck. I think I rushed a few of them, which was a bit of a shame. Oh, there's the Gene Stealer cult one. Yeah, his neck's really high. Why did I rush these and make the neck's really high? That's very weird. Don't know why I did that. Because his neck is sticking out of his collar, look. His head should be right down in there, and that's not going to snap off. That's not even remotely going to snap off. That's really annoying. Why did I ruin those? But yeah, there's the one Gene Stealer cult one. Is there anything else interesting in here? There's another commander with a cigar. Who's that? That's another commander. Oh, maybe that's the command squad. I think that's the command squad. Give me a kiss, big boy. Infiltrated. Oh no, hang on, what? They are very emotive. I need to finish my 2 squads. I love the lore implications of hiding a Gene Stealer head in there. It's good, isn't it, Sinister? It's good. Sadly, I didn't do it very well. That's kind of annoying. It makes perfect sense. Infiltrated is what they do. I have 1 Shock Troop squad and a Kazakin squad and a couple of characters. I wonder if I should go through the slow process of replacing all 300 Guardsmen, my 5th edition. Yeah. What else is in here? Oh, that's the lady, which I did a really bad paint job on. So I did a really bad quick paint job on her for a Warcom article. God, she's really bad, isn't she? I need to touch her up. She's really bad. But that was the blue, red and white, which I really wanted to try and do. I didn't get it done in time for the article. And she's also got metallic on her sword, which I went back on in the end. What else is in here? See, a lot of these, I don't know why their heads are so high. It's really annoying me. Why are their heads so high? Because that's one from the accessory sprue. So why is that head so high in the collar? Really weird. I mean, it doesn't look too bad that side, but as soon as you turn it around, it's just all neck. That's shocking. It's really poor. I don't know why. I don't know whether I just rushed these. He's alright if you photograph him from that angle, but if you turn him around or look at him any other angle, his neck's just sticking out of the collar. That head should be so much lower. Anyway. Oh, I'm annoyed now. And then I've got these as well. So I've got all the big boom booms, which are quite cool. Again, this was before I decided not to use metallics, so that's just going to be black with some highlights on it. Fantastic. So yeah, I've got loads. And we're going to try and do that really cool like SAS unit, which should be really, really good fun. I love Strachan. Strachan's fab. Rah! He's got a bionic arm, hasn't he? Yeah. Bionic arm, like a skull hanging off his trousers. Be really nice to replace that gun with a new one. Like, that would be really cool just to have that sort of gun there rather than that one. Where would you cut that? I suppose you'd cut it just after the I don't know actually. I suppose it's not too bad, but you'd probably cut it. You'd probably cut it there, wouldn't you? Probably cut it there, and then just remove that as well. So cut it here. Leave the trigger and everything on it. Cut that off there, and take that bit out, and then cut a box out of a new one, and then glue the new one on. It's probably the way to do it. But I do love the knife. I think the knife is fantastic. So where does a bionic stop on this? Is that bionic? How much of this dude is bionic? He is quite cool. He is quite cool. So that's him. I thought I had... who's the other one? I thought I had Sly. And that's the only one I've done. I did this one as a mock-up, but it didn't come out very well. So that's not come out particularly well. We can definitely improve on that. So yeah, they're really cool. Why are their heads so high? I don't understand why their heads are so high. Like, that head is just... It should be so much lower. Look how high it sits. It should be so much lower in there. I might try and drill that out and just... It should be really low. Weird. Oh dear, I'm not even on screen, sorry. There we go. But yeah, anyway, the Imperial Guard are awesome. What's this guy? Oh, he's badass. Look at him. He's got a blood bag. Is he a medic? He's really cool, and he's got a face mask on, which looks great as well. And I gave a bayonet on his rifle that's slung over his shoulder. He's got, yeah, because that's a stretcher, isn't it? So he's got a stretcher on his back and a blood bag in his hand. Bloody brilliant! Absolutely. I absolutely love these guys. Oh my god, look out. Her head, yeah, the head to neck bit is really, really weird. It's really off. absolutely fantastic though. Who's this guy? I mean, look at that. How can you not think that dude's awesome? Yeah, I'm holding a plasma cannon. Bayonet on his back. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. They're all Kazakin. They're all Kazakin. And then I've got loads of, so these are some of the bases that I started to do for these. So for the big artillery guns. Here's one that looks it's been painted a bit more. There we go. So we got sandbags making up.
Rude alert! Rude alert!
Rude
Abandoned
alert!
shop.
Avian,
This is
how
not
are
a
you doing?
daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
Chris has jumped off the Raven Guard train. No, we're still very much doing Raven Guard as well. I got these out because we're ready for next year. I'm going to try and start doing these for next year, so I'm just planning and getting them ready. So that sits in there like that. Then we got all these little bits in here. We got the boom. Don't know what the chain was for, and then we got a box. So, yeah. Had a Zoom call, so had to lurk until now. Oh, nice one. Thank you for lurking, dude. How are you doing? So, yeah, just looking at... There's another one, look. Oh, what's that? Where's that sword from? That sword's huge. That's a huge sword. So that's another one. That one's... yeah, that one's definitely this one. That's for this one, because we've got the chest open. So yeah, making the walls out of like bits and then sandbags. Oh look, there's a rifle sight. That should be somewhere else. Marine power sword, I bet. Oh yeah, it's obviously a marine power sword. I think it's probably a Dark Angel one. I think the Dark Angels were about the same time as the Imperial Guard, as when I got sent the Imperial Guard. So yeah, I've just been going through like all the Imperial Guard I've got, Avian, because they're just fab. They've got so much character. They've got so much character, and I was just kind of quizzing Sinister in terms of like I had the idea for every infantry unit that I had has a different hat. So some of them have got like the helmets, some of them have got caps, and then I've got loads of berets. But I want to make use of some of the berets in like that SAS unit, Special Forces unit. But I've got they're all bagged up at the moment. So every unit, oh Zummy2, how are you doing, Zum? How are you doing, Zum? And we're currently looking at some Imperial Guard. But yeah, every infantry unit is just bagged up, which has been quite cool. And then we've got things like the banner. Quota, hey, how are you? Zum, how was your stream? What were you up to? Rah! He's shouting. He's got his gun resting on a concrete pillar. Yeah, so, and then of course the Ogryn, the famous Ogryn mech suit body for members of the Imperial Guard who have lost their legs in combat. So going with the Scratch Battalion, the Space Marine Praetorian swords are god awful. Broke 2, broke 2, the original and the replacement. So going with the Scratch Battalion. Okay, so let's put those away. So we are doing some Imperial Guard today. The lovely people from Zum's Raid. Hello, how are you? My name is obviously Chris. Hello. Make sure everybody is following Zum as well. We do raid into Zum quite a bit because he's a ledge. He's a legend. There is an old. I can't remember her name. Shit, what's her name? Ursula Creed. Ursula Creed, there we go. So Ursula Creed. Yeah, I painted her very badly, very quickly. Trying to do it for a Warhammer community article, and I failed, missed the deadline, posted a picture of it rushed, but we do have here, let's just move this out of the way, there we go. Sexist. Ursakar never died, prove me wrong. Ursakar? He's a professional model builder. Who? What, me? I'm a professional model builder, or Zoe is a professional model builder. She is the daughter of the famous Ursakar E. Creed. Oh, is he? Is she? Is that the dude's name? For some reason I thought it was a different first name. That didn't ring a bell. Which is why I didn't kind of comment when you said Ursakar. Oh shit! I thought he had a different name. Anyway, Creed and Kel were so good on the tabletop. Thank you for hitting the macro. You could put a whole unit in reserve and have them come on the side. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, we're going to do some rust. We've got some rust to add to all the kind of the tatty metal and everything to try and break up all the base, which should be quite good fun. Man is famous for hiding a Baneblade. Oh yes. And we're going to use Scrag Brown and Orange Red. Orange Red is of course unopened, completely unopened. Surprise Hellhound Squadron. I do have a Hellhound. Where's my Hellhound? I think my Hellhound is next door. I made my Hellhound out of. It's absolutely fantastic. It's made out of a Hellhound. It's made out of a Chimera and the Baal Predator Flamer turret. It looks brilliant. It looks brilliant. So yeah, that's my Hellhound. Retired. I'm still buzzing from the donation. Thank you very, very much indeed. That's really cool. My Hellhounds are so old the turret is metal. You have a metal Hellhound. Is that the one that you can kill people with? I've only got one because obviously I have to buy a Baal Predator every time I want to make a Hellhound. So I only have one. Cookie, how you doing, dude? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. To see you, nicey nice. I'm reasonably sure that was the first Hellhound kit they made. Right, so we want some Scrag Brown down first. And we want to paint this on a little bit more because what I did last time was just kind of slosh it around just to create some interest. Yeah, we really want to try and get this like accurately placed, a bit more painterly decision making going on rather than just blobbed. And we don't want to water it down too much either because we want to keep the saturation. There we go. Yeah, how's everybody from Zum stream? Was it a good stream? What was he painting today? What was the Zum painting today? I was saving up to get them replaced with the Forge World ones. I really like the Forge World ones. I do really like the Forge World ones. Oh my word, my camera is really dark. It has dropped. It is now night time outside, so we don't have. There we go. We don't have the ambient light as much. Okay, so. I was a dumb kid at the time, thinking my students' funding could ever possibly afford me Forge World Krieg army. I mean, it might have done. He might have been a very impressive student. That got like extra funding from the government for being super extra awesome. Hey, Avian.
Ursakar Ekreed is a Lord General of the Imperial Guard and the current Lord Castellan of Cadia, even though Cadia was destroyed, who is such a tactical genius he may somehow infiltrate any unit onto a battlefield, as if it were using the Scout's special rule. Even vehicles. Even squadrons of...
Even squadrons of what? Back then it was like €120 a month. You don't get paid a lot for going to school in Sweden. So Avian, we were talking yesterday about, along with the War Trike for Golden Demon, we were talking about doing possibly doing another one of these for Golden Demon as well.
Of vehicles. Apparently even Titans, and living saints. The only thing his genius can't handle is cavalry, since it wouldn't make sense for them to be scouts. This can cause considerable confusion.
He infiltrated a Titan? What?
And consternation to opposing forces as, for example, a 45-foot tall warhound reveals itself from behind a small bush, or they notice that the door they just attempted to open was in fact a baneblade, leading them to curse the tactical genius of their enemy with cries of Cree Cheer 100.
Cree Tactical genius cries of Cree Fantastic. So yeah, I'm thinking of because that would be a Warhammer 40,000 single miniature, and we can do a far better job of converting her. I'll still do it as I still plan to do it as Severina Rain because she's awesome and it's a really nice head sculpt. So I'll have to try and get a second Severina Rain. Well, third actually, because I've got my second one is here. Well, technically first. This is my first Severina Rain. This is my second Severina Rain, and then I might have to do a third where we do have a golden demon. So once the war trike gets hits target or whatever, I'm going to grab a Lord Solar as well. So we're going to do the war trike. We're going to do the Orc war trike and a Lord Solar, and take some time doing the conversions and everything. The war trike is going to be really fun to do the conversion for, because we're going to be trying to get the war boss body onto the legs of the orc that's riding it. Anyway, you need a Severina. Everybody needs a Severina. Severina's amazing. I hope they do another one. I hope they do a new. I hope they do a new plastic version of Severina, because she's brilliant. I think she's cooler than Minka Lynx. Minka.
Now I want a sequel to The Infinite and the Divine. This time Trazen is in a real pickle and has to Pokeball Creed.
Pokeball Krieg. That would be so funny. Avian, that would be very, very funny. Infinite and the Divine 2. Infinite and the Divine 2, what characters is Trazen going to have to Pokeball? What's the best character you can think of that Trazen is going to have to Pokeball? Yeah, that's better. Breaking up this and putting the rust and the verdigris on is a really good idea. Thank you very much. Sinister, just to remind myself. None of them are as cool as Yarrick. Hopefully we'll get a new Yarrick, right? Like all the kind of mumblings and rustlings of getting a new Yarrick in the end of edition narrative. That would be quite cool. The Blue of the Verdigris will do a lot of work with all that yellow on the base. I think we might make that one like a coppery. We could make that one the coppery one, couldn't we, to add some blue verdigris around. Okay, let's get some
Why if they bring in the hero of the Imperium Commissar Caiaphas Kane?
Who's that? Sinister!
Pop up.
Isn't Trazen essentially responsible for the existence of the Grey Shield chapters? What if they bring in the hero of the Imperium, Commissar Caiaphas Kane? Old man Yarrick taking him out of retirement. Caiaphas Cain. Who is the coolest Imperial Guard character? Who is the coolest Imperial Guard character? Sinister, I'm guessing, is going to make Olivia claim that it's Cain. And Cole, Yarrick. Thank you very much for the resub, Sinister. That's really, really, really cool. Thank you very much. I think Yarrick is a really, really tricky one to kind of argue against, isn't it? Cole is cool. Mr. Cole. Get some copper. I wonder whether you make all of this copper as well. Let's just do all of this. Single-handedly defeated 3 Space Marines in a practice fight. He single-handedly beat 3 Space Marines in a practice fight. I did not know that. At once. I call lies. He didn't do that. An Imperial Guardsman can't beat 1 Space Marine, let alone 3 at the same time. Oh, Sly Marbo. I need a Sly Marbo. I haven't got. I think that's the model I'm missing. Sly. I don't think I have a Sly. I might have to do a check. Right now, the trick to copper and bronzy is pink. So if we add a little bit of pink to this, then that should sit there nicely like that, ready for some verdigris. They were all, but you die too, and he was like, yeah, but I'm expendable. If you had a real fight, Cole would be dead, but the 3 Marines would be 2. There we go. Okay, let that dry. Just need to thin the Mornfang Brown down a fraction. You don't mess with the first and the only. Nobody has said Commissar Gaunt. That's because he's second to Yarrick. Is Yarrick the best Commissar? I hope they do a new Yarrick, because if they actually, as well, if they do a new Yarrick, he's going to fit into my city fight really, really well, because he's got a massive claw. So that's going to be really, really cool. Because Gaunt is a leader and Cole is essentially a sergeant who gets shit done. No? What do you mean no? What do you mean no? What's wrong with Yarrick? Yarrick is not awful, but not great. So do you like Yarrick? But just not like massively. Right, let's use that one. And you don't mind him coming back, but he's not cooler than some of the other guys. Yeah, he's overblown. Gaunt's ghosts are not my #1 favourite character in the whole lore, but they are my #1 favourite novels ever written for 40k. Ah, interesting. Alright, we've got to dry this copper. I'm going to dry this copper out because then we're going to drop some turquoise on it, look. Like that. And that should really break it up then. And then we'll have the copper, the verdigris, and then the steel and the rust. So Sinister, as always, legend. Thank you very much. Which is very Imperium, but not to my taste as much. The Gaunt's Ghost books are peak fiction. Oh, Luna Bacon with the raid. Luna Bacon with the raid. She's bringing in the bacon and eggs. We can have some bacon and eggs now. Luna, how are you? How was your stream? We are currently lazily painting some non-metallic copper. Hello, how are you? that's really cool. Streams colliding. Oh, were you in Luna's as well? Nice. Well, there we go. Happy to merge streams. We're trying to create some interest on, well, not interest, but some.
Been weighed. You have been measured.
And you've absolutely been found wanting.
Have been found wanting.
I'm very well, thank you, Luna. Yeah. What was? How was your stream? What were you working on? What were you doing? Oh, it's this guy. What? No, it's not a guy. It's Severina Rain. It's Severina Rain, Warmaster. There we go. So we can now verdigris up the surface of all the copper. Verdigris it all up. Hide the fact that we did a really rough, poor non-metallic of it, because it's now just going to get covered in verdigris. Girly pop orc car feels like something I need in my life. What is a girly pop orc car? Not Severina, you. Mostly running my mouth whilst pretending to paint a girly pop orc car. That's a mouthful. A girly pop. Hang on. Yeah, you also broke the dragster to make it better. You broke the girly pop orc car. It's such a tongue twister. Girly pop orc cars are my speciality. You ripped the spoiler off so I could paint the engine. Ah. We're doing a war trike soon. What is it that makes it a girly pop? What is it that makes it a girly pop orc car? Can I do a girly pop war trike? I think I painted a war trike the other day. Nice. We are doing it for Golden Demon, so it might take a little bit longer than a day. But the plan is to properly like crack on, although it does need a bit of a heavy conversion. Once we get round to it, lots of pink really. Surprisingly, all cars look really good in pink. Well, pink ones go faster. Like pink ones go really fast. That is the girly pop orc way. I'm getting better at saying that now. Right, there we go. Right, let that settle and dry. And bling. Blinging the orc dragsters up as well. Nice one, Luna. I'm glad you had an awesome stream. Kind of like synthwave or vaporwave. What's vaporwave? I don't know whether I know what vaporwave is. I know what synthwave is. I've done a synthwave bust before. If you remember the bust we did, like as if she was standing in a street in Blade Runner with like blue neon lights and pink neon lights. You've DM'd me an example of girly pop. Oh, hang on. Oh wow! Okay. Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah, of course. Girly pop. Girly pop orc dragster. That's really cool. Nice paint job. Like it. Luna Bacon smashing out the paint jobs. Pink, gold, and white. So the orc war trike I'm gonna do in lots of kind of linear brush marks, so that it sort of looks like it's driving, like riding fast kind of thing. Your plan is to enter as many girly pop orcs into Golden Demon next year. Fucking do it. Brilliant. Ryan, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. It's a pretty fun looking paint job. Yeah, if anybody wants to follow on YouTube, do !YouTube and you can drop me a follow on there. We are going to be doing a series next year about the Imperial Guard, because we have loads of Imperial Guard. So we're really looking to kind of explore and expand it all. So it should be really, really good fun. So yeah, if you want to drop me a follow on YouTube, feel free. Should have some fun stuff coming with it all. And this is why there's no metallics on my Imperial Guard, because they're all very rusty and battered. Right, so that's the copper starting to verdigris up. We need to get a lighter verdigris now as well. Let's use that one there, I think. So we were doing the copper. We were using pink to paint the copper before we did the verdigris, and now we need some bright verdigris just to kind of pick in the certain areas, so we can pick out some. What's your opinion on the grimdark aesthetic? What's my opinion? I like it. Flood the cabinets with pink. All the pink in the Golden Demon cabinets. There we go. Yeah, the grimdark paint style is kind of cool. I like it. it's easy to quickly do it, and it's very difficult to paint it very well. It's very difficult to paint grimdark to a very high level. I would probably argue. Go and cook some dinner. Have a wonderful stream. I will do. You too. Have a lovely dinner. Hope it's a really good one. Don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. Haven't decided yet. We did a grimdark Tale of Overlords a while ago, because grimdark is basically desaturated high contrast with a single spot color. So we did that as a Tale of Overlords monthly challenge 1 month a while ago. We had some really cool ones come out of it. Looks great on Insta, tends to not stand out on the table, depends on what your purpose of painting is, I feel. You could put, like I was saying, you could paint it to a high level. It's just very difficult to paint to a high level so that it stands out on the tabletop. But yes, you're right, it does look good on Insta. Was that a topic of conversation in Luna's stream or something? I generally think it looks mid as in not very good. I think if it's done well, it looks amazing. Personally, I think if it's done well, it looks very good. But it has to have a lot of detail on it, and it takes a while to paint it well because you need lots of micro marks on it. Mid paint jobs look mid, top paint jobs look top, but everyone has their own styles and preferences. Yeah, like the micro mark, genre, painting genre, if you like, looks phenomenal if you do it really, really well. And you can do grimdark in a micro mark style, like super well. It looks fantastic. You recently bought a Quinzar model for Horus Heresy. I kind of dread to paint it, as I could place it as my centerpiece. Nice. If you never paint it though, it will always just sit there unpainted. However, if you do paint it, you will then have a version of it, and because it's a model that you really, really like, you can almost treat it like a competition model and just kind of keep painting it and keep improving it. And then at the end of it, you'll have a really nice model that you painted. And then maybe in 2 years' time, you can pick it up again and do another one and see how much you've improved. But if you don't paint things, you'll never improve. And if you don't paint things, then they'll just stay unpainted. A wise man once said, if you don't paint things, they will just stay unpainted. I think intentional mess can definitely be a style choice too. Very easy to screw it up. It's very hard to do grimdark. Intentional mess. I love it. Intentional mess. It's just the white paint, as it is white scar model, that is quite difficult to shade properly. Yeah, start with a grey. So you have to decide whether you want a warm white scar or a cold white scar. I'd suggest a warm white scar. So you start with something like this. There was a white scar painted for Golden Demon a while ago, and the guy who painted it started his white. Oh, where is it? There it is. He started his white with Skaven Blight Dinge, and he went all the way up to white from Skaven Blight Dinge. So he had a really kind of warm, grubby grey. It was super clean. Super clean, obviously, it's like Golden Demon standard. There's a difference between painting a messy model and painting a scene depicting a messy soldier. In the same way you often hear heavy metal described as clean, intentional mess would be the opposite of that style but still have that level of quality. Yeah, micro marking. So intentional mess is how you're describing micro marks. Level of quality is in the refinement, not the cleanliness. Yeah, so micro marks as a kind of a painting genre appeared in around 2008 at a Forge World one dayer. But anyway, yeah. Right, so we've got that. That's in there. We've got the... Yeah, I think that's broken it up a little bit better. Anyway, let's get some orange. You can have a messy paint job on a clean soldier and a clean job on a messy soldier. I mean, not really. It's an ancient scale modeller's technique. In terms of the refinement in, because model painting and scale model painting are different applications, and I would say the application on a miniature of that sort of style is generally pushed to a higher level than the scale model one. They're not different, they're both painting small versions of big things. Before micro markings found on ancient Greek artifacts, Forge World just happened to be staffed by scale modeler people. No, he wasn't a scale modeler. He wasn't a scale modeler. You all know him, it's Rich. Rich is the master of superfine micro marks. So yeah, that was where that kind of painting style got introduced. To the wargaming hobby, at least. If you worked at Forge World, though, it was surrounded by scale modeler people painting in the scale modeler style. He didn't, no. And yes, Forge World painted a lot in like the scale modeler. Right. Detail. Anyway. There's a bit of story to it, yeah. It also varies from model to model. Space Marines are overall very clean, with the chipping and dirt kept fairly minimal. Yeah, the 40k Raven Guard, I'm trying to keep clean compared to the slightly more kind of tattered and battered 30k. We'll see how that transpires. I'm not 100% happy with this anyway, but we'll get there, I suppose. Rah. Ooh, right, what colour do we do the sandbags? Because that's not the right colour. Unless they just need a highlight, actually. We need some matte varnish. Matte varnish for all this, because that definitely needs to be nice and matte. Probably throw some on the rust as well. Just while we're here. Sometimes it's a new hat on Malibu, Stacey. Yeah, love it. Okay, I think we're going to call it there for today. We are nearly at yeah, that's come really well. Gonna definitely add some more of that So I'll scatter a bit of this concrete dust around, try and lift the model a bit. We are nearly at the point where we can start a orc war trike as well, so you can do !throne in chat if you want to help out with that. And then when I do order that, I will grab another one of these, I think. Unless I can come up with another single mini entry. But I really do like this idea. Gotta do something imperial. And the horse just looks really cool. Kind of sucked back when I first started, and it was really difficult to find any kind of information on how to paint. Yeah, well, depending on when you started. White Dwarf was pretty much the only place where we could get painting information, whereas now you can get tutorials anywhere you like. Discord and YouTube, yeah. 1992 was my first model purchase. Nice! My first Warhammer model was probably 1992 as well, actually. No, 1993. 93. I painted my first one in 92. Yeah, I painted my first one in 92 at a friend's house. And then I bought myself a Terminator with lightning claws in 93. Kachan Jungle Fighters, nice. Hey Damon, how you doing? Thank you very much. Yes, well, we're just finishing up. We are just finishing up. We've been on for nearly 3 hours now, so we are just finishing up. But I'll probably be on tomorrow. Well, I will be on tomorrow. And we're going to do our best to do plenty of these. Yeah, the videos are going to be quite good fun, I think. Looking forward to it. They all look like Rambo and Arnold. I definitely need to get a Sly Marbo. Definitely need to get a Sly Marbo. The Ogren is dope. I love the Ogrins. I love the Ogrins. This was a great idea for the Ogrins. I've got 3 more. I've got 3 more kits to do as well. So I will have 6 Ogrins, and I've also got the slab shields because the Ogrins can either have, I can't remember what the loadout is, but basically they can either be like combat-y, and they've all got the underslung heavy bolters as well. I don't know whether you noticed that, but they've all got the heavy bolters. Because Ogrins have like an Ogrin gun, which I can't remember what it is, what exactly it is. But they can either have, I think they can either have an Ogrin gun or they can have a big slab shield. So I've got some of the Ogrin slab shields to put on instead of this shield, so they can be like the defensive Ogrins as well. So yeah, they're just going to be great. They're just going to be really, really good. They're fab. I like these a lot. They came out really, really well. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's finish up. My first was a starting box models from 5th. Assault on Black Reach, nice. I'll try to tune in. Got a game tomorrow. That guard mech suit is inspired. Thanks, Damon. If you look on my YouTube video list, it's a long way down. I did them a while ago. But there's a how-to on how I did them. Great replacement for a Centurion. Yeah, it's not a bad call. It's pretty good for a Centurion as well. Imagine getting hit by a fist-sized lump of solid metal. I just think they're brilliant. They're fantastic. So this is basically the lore is. This is what happens when Space Marines get in real trouble and they go in dreadnoughts. This is what happens when Imperial Guards, when an Imperial Guardsman lose their legs, yeah. So this is what happens. They get put in mech suits like this to sort themselves out, so so that they can carry on fighting. So my Ogrin for my City Fight 122nd City Fight Cadian army are all mech suits, which are great. So yeah. In reality, they get lobotomized and turned into a computer, but your way is cooler. My way is cooler. My way is cooler. Good old Trevor. Trevor and shit. What was the sergeant's name? I can't remember the sergeant's name. I'm gonna have to go on my YouTube now and find the video. I can't remember the sergeant's name. But yeah, there we go. So that's all of that. Right, I am going to find somebody to pass you over to if anybody is on. Raid retired. Oh, he's retired on. Oh, if retired's on, we'll go and raid. Oh yeah, retired's on. Let's go raid retired. That's a great call. There we go. And I will be back again tomorrow, where we'll hopefully finish her off. Well, we should be able to get her completely finished tomorrow, because I'm not really that fussed about putting too many highlights on the cloth. So we'll add some highlights to the cloth, finish off this sword, add some edge highlights to the pistol, add some edge highlights to the pistol, and finish off her face. I think that's pretty easy to do. I didn't type /raid, did I? /raid retired 11B. There we go. So yeah, if you highlight the cloth minimally, it'll have yeah, satin cloth. Yeah, there we go. I think the canvas is still not quite the right tone. I haven't quite got that canvas right, but it's absolutely fine for this version of the model. And then when we do the Golden Demon version, we'll do that canvas much better. We'll get that tone so that it sits much better. It's far too saturated. I think it's far too saturated. I'm gonna have to do a quick dig around and find out. I'm sure this was pale grey blue mixed in with that Night Lord's blue, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's something different. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have an amazing one. Have good fun. And yeah, I'll see you in Discord. Cheers for the idea for the copper verdigris. That breaks that up nicely. Looks pretty cool. Right. See you later, everybody. Bye. You're all awesome. Thanks.